What a nuisance. Don't we have a job to do?
You can't run! Judgment! Boba, get them! To ashes! Ready for trial. With you all the way.
Trainee Forest Ranger Kale, reporting.
What is the situation?
When I don't have much to keep me occupied, old thought patterns start to creep back in and... At the ready. As soon as I start talking about it, the flash...
There is no escape!
Wow, this weather is awesome!
What'd they do this time?
I charge a higher rate to meet outside the office. My bow sounds in peak. There's still a long road ahead. Shine down!
Out of the frying pan, into the
Flash! Impossible!
Boba, get them!
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
Book learning alone is not enough to cultivate intelligence.
The weather's so nice. Let's go have a walk around the harbor. When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
I deal in death. If you cannot bring yourself to kill, speak my name.
To strike your foe takes unity between mind, arrow, and bow.
Just sharpen my spear.
All right, let's go.
Understood. Coming to be!
There is no escape!
Burst forth!
Nice and spicy. Ha!
Shine down!
Coming to be!
Out of the frying pan, into the...
Eyes on me!
Illusion shattered!
Nice and spicy.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
No escape!
Boba, get them!
Burst forth!
Illusion shattered!
Right hand into the fire!
To ashes! Shine down! There is no escape! Live!
Nice and spicy!
Shine down!
Burst forth! Moment of birth!
Right hand into the...
Power that ended Python! There is no escape! Live!
Boba, get them!
Shine down!
Witness my great undertaking!
Eyes on me!
can do this! Let the show begin. Ready, steady, go!
The campaign begins. There is no escape!
Another test subject.
Freeze! Out the frying pan, into the...
Have a little taste. I got careless.
Where have you been hiding?
Illusion shattered!
Coming to be!
Nice and spicy! Race you! Hey, yeah!
down!
Boba, get them!
Feel this ancient power. Burst forth.
Torn to oblivion! There is no escape! Illusion shattered!
Live! Witness my great undertaking!
You're toast!
To ashes! Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Ah, you must also be here to try it. Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did? We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay. What could...
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here.
We can't let him leave while he's in such a bad state.
You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to... True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right? But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back?
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving...
if you don't mind, we will...
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji. Tejima's... Let's see what... Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry bread. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized that... Seems like you're... Huh? I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it.
So this is... interesting. Looking at the... But anyway, if he had this with him all... The soil must be some... It looks... Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? Huh. But he's been... Well...
Well, I'll be... That's... Still, over the years, how could I have forgotten? Love? Regret? No. After all, it's as if she'd never been in my life. Although, when I think about how I shall...
Tejima seems to be dealing... okay. But still, it makes Paimon really sad. Seems it's that certain. At least we... Well... According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
There is no escape! Coming to be!
Nice and spicy!
Back off! Shine down! Live! Illusion shattered!
Gotcha!
My experiment failed.
Fire! Hey,
Not bad.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma, the ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food! We demand an explanation! How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions!
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential! Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai!
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We just happened to be passing by! We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
Atsuko, she's still okay?
There is no escape!
I've never even heard. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. No, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. That's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth. But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson!
Illusion
Another
shattered!
test subject.
Coming to be!
Nice and spicy!
Fry! You're open! Picked the wrong test subject.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside?
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal! Now show us what's in the box!
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them too! And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store. We better talk to this missile. As for you guys, you're free to...
Yeah, so we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's...
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about? Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was most unfortunate.
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a... I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its... Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps... Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
But we didn't buy anything!
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you? Don't worry, I won't charge much for—
At least we now know where the emergency provision— Let's go talk to Kurt.
There is no escape! Power that isn't Python!
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoard?
That just about sums it up.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so. And this sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when all I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed before he passed away, and said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
Hey! If you look carefully, there seems to— Can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now, taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how the Tenryo Commission sees my vision. And the very people— And the irony of all of it is, I'm incapable of—
Yet another— When we get the— In any case— Yeah, fortunately, let's go find—
Oh, it's so cold.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though...
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. But then...
Not long ago, he says the strange Junya and I have but if I'm honest...
The Grand Naruka...
You haven't heard of it? Not that we'd have it. So don't worry, Nanako. The exorcism will take place this evening.
So, Luke...
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Shh. So you just now, when when she asked him who the people, it looked like he was in. All the while he kept. One of them was. Sensei wouldn't stop. The ritual has now. Please, excuse me for a moment.
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to... We won't let them get away with it! Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up.
What a pleasant surprise. I wouldn't mind staying here.
Aha! Suspicious person sighted! That's gotta be him!
How? Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? Unless... I guess it's been a few years.
Excuse me! We're the ones asking the questions here! First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts?
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Do. I don't care to talk about that time anymore.
His senior?
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same swordmaster. I had begun training 5 years before. Practitioners of me. But Domon, Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster barely days into his I thought only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular
Sure sounds like he meant business.
Because until he arrived, of all the disciples, Domon's arrived later. After that So, I decided to... So you see... Okay, you've heard my story.
Still...
What? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible?
Nanako, please.
I am sorry, but spirit and all is...
Lady Yai?
The head shrine. Correct. I am unable to...
Excuse me.
That won't be necessary. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei,
Sure! Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden Shogun from her. Do you think that's Lady Yai? Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword. Please,
Let me go.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated of
Lady Yai, I'm not...
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest sword master in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others. Only a deep commitment to his ambition. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt.
Poor sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry, Father.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Did he follow us the whole...
Ansai, you're here for...
You're right to assume that my feelings toward... It's been so long now. I don't think most... Now I know that we... But that is no reason to strip them...
But what if one day I put if there's a
Have you asked them?
Sensei, I can't... No, I want to keep going and...
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness.
You see? Being stripped of your ambition is So, you are not...
I'm sorry to... I no longer have... But as yours, this is my prom.
You can count, but... Well...
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take...
Traveler, a moment, please.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that. We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
Narukami, please.
one with wind and cloud!
Eat this! Boba, get them!
So many regrets.
Race you!
Mind the daily.
Into the fire! Get them!
There can be no excuse for defeat. But the plan was watertight.
Race you! Boba, get them!
Guess we can rest a bit.
Is there time for a quick snack? I'll whip one up in no time. Have you ever kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Race you! Race you! Nice and spicy! Delve into destiny! Everything's gonna burn!
My flame has been extinguished.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Brace yourselves!
Yeah! Yeah!
Shine down!
I got stomach cramps.
Illusion shattered!
Into the fire! Let's play! Eat this! Nice sacred name. Think you can get away? Race you! Faster? Okay, faster. Don't give up! Brace yourself! Nice and spicy! Think you can get away? Race you! Brace! Yeah! Boba! Get them! Race you! Yeah! Nice and spicy! Let's play! Eat this! Would it gliding be fast? Dinner is attacking me! Boba, get them! There is no escape!
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
You
Burst forth.
Here we go. Time for takeoff.
Feel this ancient power.
This is long
Come into
overdue.
being.
Let's light it up.
Moments of birth. Burst forth.
Yahoo!
Adventure time!
Feel this ancient power.
Here we go!
Come into being.
Light it up!
Moments of birth.
Everybody stand back!
Come into being. Burst forth.
Adventure time!
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from.
The value of
Maybe
knowledge
look
cannot
simple,
simply be quantified in monetary terms.
Alone and unchanging.
Feel this ancient power. Burst forth. Live! Burst forth.
Let's play.
Moments of birth. Live! Burst forth!
Yahoo!
Feel this ancient power!
Let's nip that in the bud!
Burst forth!
I'll protect us.
Come into being! Witness my great undertaking! Burst forth!
Keep up. Let's nip that in the bud. Can't see?
You can't run! Thank you. Don't give up!
Maybe this is just fate's dark design.
Light it up!
Adventure time!
Teamwork is let's light it up! Everybody stand back! Remiss! Time for takeoff.
One with the forest.
Lights out.
Oh,
Huh? Don't be a...
Coming to be! Everything! Feel this ancient power! Live!
Keep up. One with the forest.
Burst forth!
Let's nip that in the bud.
Witness my great undertaking! Live!
For Rex Lapis!
Coming to be!
Born of Icicle!
Live! Feel this ancient power! Coming to be!
Let's nip that in the bud.
Live!
Keep up.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
One with the ball! Burst forth!
Let's play!
Coming to be! Witness my great undertaking!
Gliding be fast. Time for
Adventure time!
everybody stand back!
Coming to be! Moments of birth!
Light it up!
We go!
Yeah!
Burst forth!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Safety first.
Let's light it up!
Coming to be! Feel this ancient power!
Off we go!
Burst forth!
Let's nip that in the butt.
And drown!
Burst forth! Moments of birth!
Let's light it up! Go in!
Still within my threshold. Live! Burst forth! Feel this ancient power! Seems my research is over.
Time for takeoff. Wouldn't gliding be faster? Let's play!
Live!
can't decide whether pyro slimes taste better with salt and pepper or garlic and herbs.
Mondstadt welcomes you.
All I can think about is Diluc.
There's a strange wanderer near Wolfendom. Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Moon pie. That's what I'll make
Take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Error.
All I can think of.
Add Astra. Thank you for. Add Astra. Add Astra. Add Astra.
Take your pick. You'll find no second-rate items at
Is there time
Wagner's.
for a quick snack? I'll whip one up in no time.
Shine down!
No wonder you're a master.
Hard work is all there is to the craft.
This way, pretty little.
Illusion shattered!
Take your pick. You'll find no second-rate items at Wagner's.
There is no escape!
Hey!
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Shine down! There is no escape!
Hard work is all there is to the craft.
I see everything.
Flash!
Hard work is all there is to the craft.
My strength still fails me.
Take your pick. You'll find no second-rate items at Wagner's.
Quiver!
Even if an antique is
Strike!
priceless, the happiness it brings lasts for only the moment that you obtain it.
Together, after all.
Mondstadt welcomes you.